Hello guys, this is the update I'm doing today. Honestly, pretty disappointed that I haven't really been communicating in really anyway. Like even though I think I did put a few Instagram stories up, like it's pretty much been crickets from my end, so I apologize for that. Anyways, moving on. I've been doing a little bit of stuff. Like I think I only showed these two pages in the last one. But like I did this stuff as well before that. I don't remember how much of this I showed, but from that last video, I went and did these. This is boxes. I'm the best. I'm literally the best person. I'm not the best person. What's it called? Best box drawer in the world. Yeah. So I moved on from that to trying to do torsos and hips and stuff, and low key. Now, keep in mind, for a lot of the stuff in here, like, and the main theme of this video is like, it's still, I think, I'm debating on whether I should count this as an art progress, because if we're gonna be honest, there's, there's probably enough stuff in here to make it another art progress, but I think it's more of a, the video is trying to talk about my main concerns with myself. So, and me doing this part, heads and stuff, I drew this one. This is a reference. This one, I don't know if I referenced it. I don't think I did for that one. And stuff. And construction over there. Another one here. Now here, I started using TV Choice Book again. I think I already covered a lot of stuff that I ended up looking at. But when I did it this time, I feel like in general, it was a lot easier for me to understand what was going on and convert it into actual tangible stuff. I do plan on continuing this. I was gonna do this the rest of these today. I was just gonna find a bunch of hands, but I'm gonna get on that more later. Uh, this space is also gonna be used eventually. And then here, I wrote this yesterday night before I went to sleep. Um, but and then these I did these today. But what I wanted to talk about is my, like, for example, I feel like I don't actually have a quantifiable amount of time that I've actually like spent. Like as much as I've done this sketchbook, right, up until this point, right? As much as this is 160 pages, right? There's no consistency. There's no consistency, and I would say majority of the first half is me drawing without looking at anything, and majority of the second half is me just looking at a reference but not really analyzing it. So I don't know where I stand, and that's what I realized yesterday. Like I don't know, because as much as I could say I started in August, I wouldn't count August and September because I literally spent those 2 months doing minimal work, right? I started, but I worked for a week, then stopped, and worked for another week, then stopped for like a month, right? I got this book, I think in September, right? Yeah, I got it on the 26th. I got this book on the 26th, right? This is the economics and stuff, right? I got this on the 26th, right? Hold up, pause. If that's in there, I gotta blur this out. Anyways, I got this on the 26th, and I think I said that like 4 times. And at the beginning, this is all I was doing. But there was no need for me to be doing this. Like, as much as circles and boxes are good and all, I remember when I did this, I was in the library. Um, it it's like pointless work, you know? It's not that doing these is bad. They're not bad. But I genuinely feel like a lot of my early time was not spent well. And part of me is like, if I did more during this period, I'd probably be further now. Which I understand that's ridiculous. Especially with how far I've gotten. I shouldn't be thinking like that. So where does that bring me to? Well, it brings me to a point where I don't know what parts need work and what parts I'm good at. Like, for example, good example. With the torso, I'm like insanely confident for that area. So I think that's fine. And with the heads, even though these heads are like very minimal, I did these all within, sorry if my finger covered the camera. I did these all, like I spent maybe a minute or 2 minutes on each of these, right? If I spent more time and I actually constructed it properly, I think they could look better. So I don't know where I am. Like, and this is my fault. People are telling me, I'm doing fine, right? And the only reason I'm really thinking about this right now is because of XYVP, I think that's his username. I'm sorry if I messed yours up. And he really was talking about, like, you need to work on your fundamentals, but I don't know what needs to be the thing. What's the next thing? Like, for example, in terms of 1 point and 2 point perspective, I think I'm good enough at them at a point where I could do them. Maybe not amazing, but they're fine, right? So then what's next? Like, what do I need to work on? My shapes? I think my shapes are fine, right? Obviously anatomy, but I don't think I'm good enough for that yet. And then that would leave me with construction. So then I guess that's where I need to go, because there's obviously a massive discrepancy between like stuff. Like, these arms are okay, but for most of these I was using a reference, right? So maybe that's where I need to go. And then the next thing is, I'm just so lazy. I'm unbelievably lazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. At times I will get such a burst of energy, and at other times I'm just so lazy I can't do anything. And I don't know what the best way to overcome this is. The thing I'm the most worried about is, I feel like at times I'm just letting everybody down, because there's so many people that come in, they comment, they people that are in the streams, like Pingu, right? Like Hunch. Like, there's so many people that are there, and I feel like at times I'm not doing enough to be like, for you guys to be there, And I think, like XYVP said, he said it's like imposter syndrome, and that's exactly how I feel. Like, even when it comes to these videos, I feel like there's no reason I should just be uploading videos like these. I should be uploading fully edited videos and stuff. And I know you guys follow for the commentary as well as like watching it, because like I know, but that doesn't change the fact that I feel like I'm not doing enough. It doesn't. At the end of the day, I just don't feel like I'm doing enough. So it's the sad reality that I gotta buckle down, tie my shoelaces. Like, it's crazy, because I never knew how to tie my shoelaces. I had this messed up way of tying my shoelaces my entire life, because no one taught me how to tie my shoelaces. I wore Velcro until I was like in grade 3, and then when I actually got a pair of shoelace tie shoes, lace shoes, I had to create my own shoelace tying method. And I would see people doing that one where they wrap it around their finger and they do it, and I would see that and it'd be like magic to me because I didn't know what was going on. I use the butterfly now, but like I used to not know what I was doing. Anyways, that's a tangent. What does that leave me with? Well, I'm going to I'm like going to make the executive decision. Ouch. I sat down on my headphones. I'm going to make the executive decision to claim that at this point forward, I am going to try and go into the new year starting from scratch. Not really. Um, I'm going to focus a lot more on structure just so that it's easier for me to track what I'm doing. Especially since a lot of the times, like, I think the main thing that's stunting my growth is just me choosing to brute force it. Like, me choosing to use no sources and me choosing to not do things. Because, like, even though half of this book is just me copying references, I feel like the part where I started copying references helped me grow a lot quicker, right? And even this stuff, even though it may not look too amazing to you guys, when I did this, I realized like I have there's no reason for me to be sitting here and thinking I'm bad. Because not only were these done with relatively low amounts of time spent on each one, but like it really showed me that, even though they may not look like too much to you guys, right? That at least with the head construction, I'm fine, right? And with the torso, I'm fine. So what am I worried about? Just work on the parts that I haven't done, you know? So I feel like I'm heading in the right direction, right? As long as I don't stop, I'm going up, right? So no matter what, I have no intentions of stopping, but I felt like I owed it to you guys to let you guys know how I was thinking, how I was feeling, especially since I'm just terrible on the communication front. Like, especially to the people that join the Discord server as well as those who watch the streams. Like, I'm terrible on the communication front. So, honestly, if you guys choose to leave the server, don't worry. Like, I'll still post in here every now and then, but don't feel obligated to join every facet of what I'm doing right at this moment because this is not a massive group of people. This is just me, right? You can join if you send me a message, I'll respond and stuff, but don't feel like you need to do anything or that you owe me anything because you don't. At the end of the day, this is just for me to improve. Um, on that note though, for this channel, I do want it to grow. I've kind of understood what I want now. So my goals for this channel is not just for me to maintain consistency, but I do want people to look at my stuff. Like I do enjoy it when people communicate, when people comment, right? And it obviously it's like the number goes up, stuff like that. But the subscriber count doesn't really factor too much into my enjoyment. I like it more when there's a commenter than when I get a high view video or when I get like 10 subscribers in the video. I prefer it more when there's people interacting. So, if anything, just comment when you see one. That's it. Uh, in terms of videos, I plan on uploading a video on, I don't know what, either Sunday morning. Like when I say Sunday morning, I mean like for me, it's going to be at 1 a.m. because that's normally when I upload. Or it'll be like just in the Sunday morning or Monday morning, one of those two. That's when I plan on doing the next upload. So that's when the next one is. I'm gonna try and edit that video. That video is gonna be a recap of the stuff I did this week. So what I did, how I was doing it. I'll try and get it to like an 8-minute video. I'll try and edit it, put some music in there, make it look nice. Let me know when that video releases if you guys want to keep it. I'm gonna do 3 more of them, right? Just make a comment on how the video is, and if you have a different style you would like me to do the next one. I'll try doing 3 of them. There's no guarantees that I will do it once school starts back up, because I'm already applying to school jobs, and then I'm gonna try and apply for internships now. So wish me luck on that front, because if I can get an internship, that will low-key make it doing this channel so much easier, because then I can for example, if I can get not Discord, I almost said Discord Nitro, no, if I can get an internship, then I'll have more money probably means that I can get more books. Obviously I'm kind of broke though, but it also means I can get more like material. So then I'll buy some art books, right, and stuff. And not only that, but maybe I can like commission people to do stuff or something like that. I don't know. The money is weird because I don't really want too much of it, but I don't have none of it anyways. So it's kind of a weird thing. Honestly, it'd be cool if I could just do art for a living, but I don't really know how feasible that is. So, like, low-key, this is the last thing I'm going to say before, because I think I'm just ranting at this point. Like, it's not really providing anything to this video. My goal is to try and work like a normal job for like 10 years, right? And the reason I want to do that, or between 10 to 20 years, is so I can get the pension, right? And then retire. Because when you do like content creation and stuff like that, I don't really know if I want to do that, just because I feel like even though it would be cool, I don't want this to feel like a work. You know what I mean? I don't want it to feel like a work. And on top of that, you don't get money when you retire, so you have to make all your money while you're still working. Which sounds like, oh, you just said you didn't want money. But I obviously want other things outside of money. And money is just going to help get it. I don't need a lot of money, but I definitely I want to be able to buy things for other people and stuff. So I need some money. You know what I mean? So if I work a normal job and then I retire, I can get money from the pension of working the job, and I can still do art. So that's my goal, just to try and do that. I want to see, you know, how people, their opinions change when I do this thing, because this channel really isn't going anywhere. The only way that this channel will ever start recording is if something happens, and I'll try my best to let you guys know, but I don't plan on ever abandoning it. If something happens, it will only be a temporary me stopping, right? Outside of that, you know, I'm pretty happy with how everything's going. Yeah, I don't think there's really anything else. I could show you the art that I was working on. I think I showed this at one point in time. Oh, this is what I was doing earlier today. I had to switch off from doing this But this is something I was working on. This was what I think I was working on. I was working on this. I don't know if I was working on this on stream or whatever, but I was working on this. I don't know if I'm gonna finish this. I don't think it looks that bad. After a bit, I started really not liking it. This hand over here is so amazing. I don't know how I did this. My main issue with this is it's got like no lighting. Like, let's be honest, there's no lighting on here. There's lighting on the face a bit, but it isn't really good. And all the colors are really flat. So I feel like I'll finish this off once I clean it up a bit and then work on learning how to do shading and stuff. But yeah, I thought this video was gonna end by now. It's a 20-minute long video. Anyways, appreciate it. See you guys later.